Well, do you want to do this map or something else?
T4.
Keep doing this.
T4? Oh, dude, yeah, let's do
T4.
T4. There you go.
Like the weirdest starting map.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually is really hard. So, all right. So this is Tourney 4 Vertical Vengeance, and it's very rail heavy. And let's see how these guys play it. We're gonna watch Kane this time around. So the start here, smart move by Kane. What he did is he stopped and listened, and he figured out where his opponent is. And sometimes that is, you know, and he could hear that armor pickup. So he should know essentially what Zam has at this point. And Kane doing the smart thing, not really engaging until he has the weapons that he wants. And here it comes. Right about now. Alright, now he heard that ching-ching. So smart to look for that shot, and good tracking of the time. You see how he was moving his crosshair? He's sort of basically trying to gauge where his opponent would be based on his movement, and it bought him that first railgun shot. So the next thing to be looking for, strangely enough, is going to be the armor. Now, waiting here is a bad idea, I would say. And what I'm sensing here from Kane is that he's not quite sure the best way to attack, or at least survive. And so that's first frag. Okay, so Kane, what was going through your mind when you were on the bottom level there just a couple of moments ago? Because it seemed like you were trying to figure out where to go and how to avoid Zam.
Yeah, I was trying to line up a shot, but it's so hard to hit him. Like, I don't know, it's just hard to hit a rail on this map in general. I kept losing track of like the items, or mainly the armors, because every time I'd get on one side of the map, he would start coming and pushing me on the other side, and obviously I didn't have any armor, so I couldn't really afford to fight.
Well, like a lot about this map.
Go ahead.
It's not about armors, it's more about health, because there's really only like 5 health bubbles on the map, and the armors really just only help out, and like really the main objective of this map is to zone your opponent.
Yeah.
So you want to keep him on one half of the map, and just you can basically predict what he's going to do by just knowing what half he's on, and like if you time everything, then you know his options. So
right. And it was pretty well played. I think the biggest issue that I saw was maybe like after hitting that initial rail, Kane, I think you had some different options, but we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
So Zam gets really the best start of all, because now he's got a very strong weapon. He's got he did get the mega, and he's only short on one thing. So this will be a bit difficult for Kane. So now Kane has not run into Zam yet, so he should know basically, even without me saying it, what Zam had. So in that case, like I mean, I think, you know, Zam just kind of got the better of you, but Kane, when you walked into that situation, did you know where Zam was?
Yeah, like I knew where he was, and I knew he'd be waiting for me when I came out of the teleporter, but I knew I'd be able to land at least like a rail on him. And I heard him pick up one armor, and I heard him pick up mega. So like I figured if I land one rail on him, there's a chance that he might try to fall back or something.
Right. But okay. Yeah, and sometimes I mean that is the gamble that you need to take. And of course, you know, one of the biggest things was, you know, I think your teleporter move, it's an attempt to try to get, you know, that high ground position, which can be really important. On the other hand, my gut would say I probably wouldn't do that, although I don't really play this map all that much, but just from like a chatcasting perspective, I really probably wouldn't make that move until after I land that first rail, because if you're coming through the teleporter and then trying to land it, it's kind of too risky because his stack basically gives him a free hit, if you will. Like he can suffer one rail without even blinking, whereas if he were to turn around and do any damage to you, then your armor's gone and then you're dead in the next rail shot. So my druthers would have been maybe to find a way to maybe open up and get a peek shot somehow. But I don't know. I mean, again, this is all it's kind of meta game, and you can only talk about it so much before it just becomes a bunch of what ifs. So, do you want to go again? Do we want Jahar or Slava to try, or what? What do we got here?
Oh, yeah. I'll go one more time, and I'll let somebody else try.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
All right. So this is actually a really rough start. Smart move by Kane for waiting, because he knows that his opponent really only has a shotgun to come at him with. But yeah,
wow.
And I still killed him.
I know. I should have hit those rail shots, but all right.
yeah, and part of that was like I think Kane, your sort of fight or flight instinct there was just a little bit too slow. I think you initially were like, okay, let me fight, and then you're like, oh shit, I just missed one. And at that point, you need to think the most important thing in order for me to survive this is either me hitting the second shot or I need to run my ass off. And so those were your options, and you kind of hesitated a little bit, and then you kind of backed yourself into the corner with only a 25 health to work with. I think maybe had you even taken that jump pad in the center column, that at least gives you a couple of exits. Or, hell, just run through the door and back through the teleporter, and then you're totally away from him. And at that point, you've got options because you've got the upper yellow spawning in a few seconds. If he tries to cut you off there, then of course you can't shoot the shotgun through the floor. So he either has to chase you or things kind of reset and you get a chance to stock up. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to necessarily be the only voice here. I mean, these are just my thoughts. I could be totally wrong. I just want to see if Jahar wanted back in because I know that he likes T4.
For the viewers on Ustream, just note our Twitter name is QuakeLive_TV. That's underscore
Yes.
between QuakeLive and TV. So don't send messages.
Yeah, what Slava is getting at is
Send
there's
up
someone
to us.
else that has the name without the underscore for our Twitter account, and he's a pothead. So enjoy. All right, Jahar, F3 when you're ready.
Prepare to fight.
Old bind is old.
1.
All right. So, nice start for Jahar. He's got decent weapons, has a bit of armor. He knows that Mega at this time has in Zam's hands, and what he wants to pick is actually a long-range fight because, he wants to stop Zam from getting a rail, which he just now picked up. So, in the opening of that. Because Zam would have, at best, a rocket launcher and a shotgun by kind of starting on this side of the map, Jahar wants to pick long range, and by not doing that, he kind of gave the advantage to Zam.
I did. I got phased by a rocket.
Yeah. Zam, what's your take on that?
About the whole start, I mean, just from that spawn, I'm not sure what Jahar spawned, but like for like the past 3 times I've been doing this, I've been getting Mega every single time. I mean, what I'm doing is really risky. It's not too smart, but because a good player could possibly just they could spawn by the yellow on this side of the map, grab the shock, and then they can just charge me and shotgun me to death while I'm trying to get Mega.
Good thing you're playing me.
Well, I'm saying, like, because people have different play styles. So. If you're aggressive, then yes, you would probably do that.